It's a no-brainer from our perspective because a study conducted in the US by the Grocery Marketers Association actually found that 50% of, or rather companies that invest in shopper marketing actually are ahead in the category by 50%. So it's something that brands nowadays actually can't do without. So, I mean, over and above that, if you find that the amount of investment that brands are and marketers are putting towards investing in properties that are getting the consumer's attention directly versus traditional previous disciplines, there seems to be quite a big swing towards the below-the-line ratio. And I think there's also needs to be an understanding that a consumer is very different to a shopper. So whilst there's big amounts of investment that are being made to brand communications and behind brand strategies talking to a consumer, which is very successful, what happens is when the person actually goes to do the shopping, they're very different to the consumer, or they may be or they may not be, but the stimuli and the environment that you're being exposed as a shopper is very different to a consumer. So all the different decision making that you need to face in that path to purchase isn't considered in a brand strategy or communication strategy.
No. Quite simply, no. Many of your multinationals have been doing shopper marketing internationally for a long time, and some of them have been very successful with it here in South Africa, your big multinationals. A number of them, though, still don't quite know what to do with it in South Africa. It's a big elephant, and they're not quite sure how big a bite to take, and they're scared of it. And I think that what's key is really understanding, even if it's the same person who consumes and buys a product, they will have different needs at different points along that path to purchase. Your consumer need of wanting a face cream that feels lovely as you put it on your face and gives you anti-wrinkle benefits, for example. That's my need as a consumer. As a shopper, and while I'm sitting in my consumer mindset, I'm prepared to pay 1,000, 2,000 Rand for whatever's going to prevent wrinkles, etc., etc. When I get into the shop, I'm faced with a whole lot of different dynamics, and my needs become very different because I have 500 Rand in my pocket and I've got 15 other items I need to be buying as well, and not just for myself but for other people in my family. So price and value play a much larger role. The messaging that you need to give me when I'm in shopper state of mind and in the shopping environment is very different from what you need to give to me when I'm sitting at home in a very comfortable, relaxed atmosphere versus the frenetic busyness of the store. There are three key stakeholders in shopper marketing. There's the brand owner, there's the retailer, and there's the end shopper. So if you're talking an FMCG product, the brand owner obviously knows what's in it for them. They would generally be the ones briefing us on a shopper marketing campaign or a through-the-line campaign. Your retailer is a key stakeholder who we would specifically look at what channels we're talking about, what their needs are, what their objectives are, how we can make sure that the program that we're developing is tailored and appeals to them, because we absolutely need to ensure we secure their support. And it's not about retailers necessarily divesting or diverting investment. The brand owners are the ones who really need to make that extra investment. And that's where you have a little resistance in the South African market right now, because I think we're all very comfortable with consumer marketing and investing enormous amounts in consumer insights and consumer marketing. And while there's cognizance that shopper marketing can certainly drive growth ahead of the norm, there's uncertainty on how to do it and exactly what kind of payback and how much they need to invest. And in tight economic times, it's hard. The budgets are being slashed left, right, and centre by many brands. And how do you make your money work best? Our view is that you have a lot of comfort in your consumer side of things, where people have least understanding as shopper. And given in a tight economic environment, it is sometimes in different categories more likely that shoppers are going to change their mind or make the decision at the shelf rather than before they entered the store. I think it's essential that people embark on shopper marketing or a through-the-line campaign.